Samsung's Galaxy S26 series almost ended up looking very different from what we are now expecting. At one stage, Samsung was planning to launch 3 models named the Galaxy S26 Pro, Galaxy S26 Edge, and Galaxy S26 Ultra. This lineup was designed to feel fresh and more clearly separated, with each phone offering a unique identity. However, those plans quietly fell apart, and the biggest reason behind the change was the failure of the Galaxy S25 Edge. The Galaxy S25 Edge was Samsung's bold attempt to take the ultra-slim smartphone trend to the next level. On paper, it sounded exciting. A thinner body, a sleek design, and a premium look were meant to attract buyers who wanted something different. Unfortunately, real-world usage told a different story. Many users felt that the ultra-slim design came with too many compromises. Battery life suffered, durability raised concerns, and the overall value did not justify the trade-offs. As a result, the phone failed to gain strong market demand and sold below expectations. That failure forced Samsung to rethink its entire strategy for the Galaxy S26 lineup. When one major experiment falls short, it often affects more than just one product, and this situation is a perfect example of that. One model in particular seems to have paid the price for the Galaxy S25 Edge's poor performance, the Galaxy S26 Plus. According to reports from South Korea, Samsung has decided not to upgrade the display on the Galaxy S26 Plus. This decision is directly linked to the cancellation of the Galaxy S26 Edge. Samsung had originally planned to use a new display panel that was being developed specifically for the Edge model. After the Edge was scrapped, the company considered shifting that display technology to the S26 Plus instead. However, timing became a major problem. By the time Samsung finalized the new Galaxy S26 lineup, there was not enough time left to properly redesign or adapt the display for the Plus model. Display production requires long-term planning, testing, and supply chain coordination. Because of this rushed situation, Samsung was left with little choice but to reuse the existing display setup. As a result, the Galaxy S26 Plus is expected to feature a screen that is nearly identical to the one found on the Galaxy S25 Plus. That means a 666-inch display with very similar specifications. There may be a minor improvement in durability, possibly through the use of newer protective glass, but users should not expect noticeable changes in size or overall display experience. This becomes even more noticeable when compared to the base Galaxy S26. Reports suggest that the standard model could receive a slightly larger display, measuring around 6.27 inches. That would be a small but visible increase compared to last year. If Samsung had more development time, the S26 Plus might have also received a similar upgrade, but the compressed schedule made that impossible. This situation clearly shows how one unsuccessful product can impact an entire lineup. The Galaxy S25 Edge did not fail in isolation. Its weak performance forced Samsung to cancel plans, reshuffle priorities, and make compromises across the Galaxy S26 series. The Galaxy S26 Plus missing out on a display upgrade is one of the most obvious results of this chain reaction. Another key detail is Samsung's strong focus on the Galaxy S26 Ultra. While the Standard and Plus models are expected to enter mass production around this month, the Ultra reportedly began mass production back in December. This was not just because its development was ready earlier, but also because Samsung deliberately chose to prioritize it. The production targets make this priority very clear. For January, Samsung is reportedly aiming to produce around 3.6 million units of the Galaxy S26 Ultra. In comparison, only about 700,000 units of the base Galaxy S26 and roughly 600,000 units of the Galaxy S26 Plus are planned. That is a huge difference and clearly shows where Samsung expects the strongest demand. These numbers are expected to change over time. Samsung will likely increase production of the base and Plus models in the coming months while adjusting Ultra production as needed. Still, the early focus on the Ultra highlights how important that model is for Samsung's brand image and profits. From a business perspective, this strategy makes sense. The Ultra model usually gets the most attention, carries the highest price tag, and includes the most advanced features. Samsung wants to avoid supply issues for its most expensive flagship. However, this focus also means fewer resources and less flexibility for the Plus model. For many users, the lack of a display upgrade on the Galaxy S26 Plus may not be a deal breaker. Historically, Plus models have often been the least popular in the Galaxy S lineup. They sit between the base model and the Ultra, offering a larger screen but lacking standout features. Still, it is hard not to feel disappointed. A new flagship generation usually brings clear improvements, especially in areas like display size and quality. Reusing almost the same screen makes the Galaxy S26 Plus feel less exciting as an upgrade. The Galaxy S26 series is expected to be announced on February 25, with a release planned for March 11, following Samsung's usual launch schedule. While the Ultra model is likely to dominate attention, the Plus version may struggle to stand out. In the end, the Galaxy S25 Edge flop continues to leave its mark. What was meant to be an innovation ended up becoming a lesson, shaping the future of Samsung's flagship lineup in unexpected ways.